What's up YouTube? My name is Christian Keat, and in today's video I'm going to show you 7 movies with Jonny Lee Miller in the main role. Now, I guess this is a recommendation video of sorts, right? Anyways, you must watch these if you haven't already. Now let's go on with it, shall we? If you haven't heard about Jonny Lee Miller until now, he is an amazing actor. Best known for his role in a CBS TV series Elementary, in which he portrays a modern-day Sherlock Holmes alongside Lucy Liu, who portrays his partner, Dr. Joan Watson. Now, I've just recently saw all 6 seasons of Elementary, and I'm currently watching season 7, episode by episode, as each comes out every week. Season 7 will be the last season of the series, and that makes me very, very sad. But it also made me look out for other projects Jonny Lee Miller has worked on in his career, and I was not disappointed at all with what I found. He is such a talented actor, and I enjoyed watching his movies just as much as I enjoy watching Elementary. So here are 7 Jonny Lee Miller movies you just must watch if you haven't already, that is.
Sherlock.
Irene?
Number 7. The Escapist. So, at number 7 we have The Escapist. It was extremely hard for me to find this movie online. It is so unknown that it's almost impossible to find. I don't even know how I got this footage. Also, it's not the only movie titled The Escapist, so be careful if you're gonna go online and try to watch it. Anyways, this is the movie that follows the story of the skilled pilot Dennis Hopkins, who lives with his pregnant wife Valerie and has a comfortable lifestyle. When the gang of criminals headed by the sadistic Ricky Bonds, portrayed by Andy Serkis, breaks in his seaside house, Dennis offers whatever the criminals want to protect his beloved wife, but the evil Ricky kills Valerie. The baby is saved, and later Ricky is arrested and sent to the maximum security prison of Sullen Voe. Dennis, moved by the purpose of avenging the death of Valerie, gives the baby and his house to his sister-in-law Christine. Then, Dennis destroys a police car and gets arrested, but he does not reveal his true name to authorities. Dennis attempts to escape from prison and is transferred into another one. He escapes again, and again, and again, therefore forcing his transfer to Sullen Voe. When he reaches the prison, Ricky sets up a confrontation, but things do not happen the way Dennis expected them to. This is a very interesting and intense movie. I don't usually like to watch this kind of movies in which the wife gets murdered or raped. I can't stand rape. But the murder in this movie isn't that violent, so it wasn't that hard for me to watch. But it definitely wasn't pleasant. There is no rape in this movie, so you can relax, you won't see such thing. But it is a good movie, and Jonny Lee Miller did a really good job portraying the main character Dennis. Some people might find this movie to be horror-like even, so if you have the time, I don't think you'll regret watching it. Number 6. Complicity. On number 6 we have Complicity. This is such an interesting and intense movie to watch. It is yet another movie I was barely able to find online, and when I finally did, I was more than happy to finally watch it. But since the movie is so unknown, there are no subtitles for it whatsoever. You wonder why I would need subtitles? Well, the movie is Scottish, so some words are a bit harder to understand, but that doesn't make the movie any less great, and it only gives you a reason to watch it more than once. The movie evolves around Cameron Colley, who is a young Scottish journalist with an interest in exposing the wrongs committed by the rich and powerful. For him, life is comfortable enough but uneventful, until someone starts murdering the people in his articles in gruesome ways based on their misdeeds. All the evidence points to Cameron, but is he guilty? I don't think I have to say anything else about it. Just watch the movie, okay? The movie is so intense and it has a sensitive plot, a bit uncomfortable, but Jonny Lee Miller does such an amazing job, it's a must-watch. Also, he's a cocaine user in the movie, which makes it all even more amusing.
Just fucking leave me alone! For fuck's sake! Fucking stop it!
Number 5. The Flying Scotsman. This is such an amazing and inspiring movie. This movie is a true story of Graham Aubrey, the champion cyclist that built his own bicycle using parts from the old washing machine. He wins the championship with his bicycle, only to have his title stripped from him. It takes a toll on him as he already struggles with mental illness, depression. I love this movie because Jonny Lee Miller did such an amazing job, as well as other cast members. Also, I can relate to Graham Aubrey in this movie, as I also struggle with depression myself. It's a great movie to watch. It makes you feel so good after you've seen it. Number 4. Plunkett and McLean. This is a surprisingly good and a very funny movie. The story follows Will Plunkett, portrayed by Robert Carlyle, and Captain James McLean, portrayed by one and only Jonny Lee Miller. The two men from different ends of the social spectrum in 18th century England enter a gentleman's agreement. They decide to rid the aristocrats of their belongings. With Plunkett's criminal know-how and McLean's social connections, they team up to be soon known as the Gentleman Highwayman. Further in the movie, duo starts facing some trouble, and it's up to them to get out of it. Pretty interesting and funny movie considering it's set in the 18th century. And if you want to see an amazing performance by Jonny Lee Miller, I highly recommend you to watch this movie. You won't regret it. Number 3. Hackers. In the movie Hackers, Jonny Lee Miller portrays Dade Murphy, a very skilled hacker that gets arrested for creating a virus that crashed 1,507 Wall Street systems in one day and only at the age of 11. Upon conviction, he is banned from owning or operating computer systems until his 18th birthday. Just as he turns 18, Dade, aka Zero Cool, aka Crash Override, moves to New York with his mother, where he enrolls at Stanton High School, where he meets a new group of friends that are quite skilled hackers as well. One of them is Kate Libby, portrayed by Angelina Jolie. Shortly after Dade fits in with his new friends, Secret Service and an evil computer genius, Eugene the Plague Belford, starts blaming them for creating a devastating virus that will capsize 5 oil tankers. The group of hackers must use their skills to clear their name and move on with their lives. It's a great movie, you won't regret watching it. I mean, it has a very talented Jonny Lee Miller in the main role, and extremely beautiful, young Angelina Jolie. I mean, what more do you need?
Beat that.
Number 2 and 1. Trainspotting. T2 Trainspotting. And finally, in number 2 and 1, we have Trainspotting. And, well, the sequel, T2 Trainspotting. Trainspotting is the movie that kick-started Johnny's career. He is, besides Elementary, best known for his role as Simon Sick Boy Williamson from cult classic Trainspotting. In the first movie, the story follows the trials and tribulations of a 26-year-old Mark Renton, portrayed by Evan McGregor, and his extended group of colorful friends, as he tries to choose life away from heroin abuse. One of his best friends includes Johnny's Sick Boy, as well as Robert Carlyle's Francis Begbie, and Evan Bremner's Daniel Spud Murphy. The movie briefly shows their lives and Edinburgh's drug scene. Things escalate later on in the movie, and it ends sort of unexpectedly.
You gonna eat that? You got a passport?
And exactly 20 years later, the same cast returns for the sequel that expands the story further on. The plot follows the same group of friends, now 20 years older, dealing with the same drug problems and the aftermaths from the first movie. Being said that the first movie is a cult classic, I must say that, to my surprise, the second movie actually lives up to its predecessor. You won't be disappointed at all. Unbelievable movies, must watch, especially if you're in your teens, love drugs, partying, and amazing acting.
See something, Mark.
Fucking say something! Huh?
I'm cooking up.
There's better things than the needle rents. Choose life.
So that's... oh wait, there is one more thing. Since Jonny Lee Miller did such a small amount of movies in which he portrays the main character, there is one more thing that I could show you. Bonus series, Eli Stone. Eli Stone is an American legal comedy drama TV series named for its title character. The story follows a San Francisco lawyer, Eli Stone, as he begins to see things, which leads him to discover a brain aneurysm. But his visions lead him to accept cases with little monetary gain, but a lot of moral goodness. It's an interesting show, funny, emotional, and as always, Jonny does an amazing job. So that was it. I hope you liked my narration and my face even more. Let me know in the comments what Jonny Lee Miller performance do you find to be the most brilliant and amazing of all. Smash that like button, subscribe to my channel if you want to see more content like this, and if you want to see completely different content than this. Share this video with your friends and family, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm Christian Keith, and you are the people that watch this video. So thank you for that. Bye now.